Welcome to Fable Sonder, where every story inspires and connects. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to support us. Now let's dive into today's tale. Sit back and enjoy.
Fable Sonder, the stories of hidden life.
Michael's heart raced with excitement as he chatted on the phone with his long-lost friend Max. Years seemed to melt away as they laughed and reminisced about their college days, the mischief they got into, and the unbreakable bond they once shared. "It's been way too long, buddy," Max said, his voice warm with nostalgia. "We need to get together soon. Let's make it like old times with Alex too, and bring your wife or girlfriend along. It'll be a big family reunion. Alex and I can't wait to meet the lucky lady who captured your heart." Michael froze. His enthusiastic grin faltered as reality hit him. He wasn't married. In fact, he was single, married to his work, with little time or energy for relationships. The thought of admitting his bachelorhood to Max and Alex, both happily settled with families, filled him with dread. Not wanting to seem like the odd one out, he blurted, "Absolutely! My fiancé and I would love to come." The lie tasted bitter as it left his tongue, but it was too late to take it back. Hanging up, Michael paced his spacious office, mind racing as he mentally reviewed the women in his life. The receptionist, too young; the marketing manager, too severe; the quirky IT specialist, too unconventional. One by one, he dismissed the idea of asking anyone he knew to pose as his fiancée. Despair washed over him. How had his life come to this? Successful, wealthy, yet completely alone. Just as he was about to give up, a soft knock at the door interrupted his thoughts. "Come in," he called, straightening his tie. The door opened to reveal Christina, the office cleaner. Michael often noticed her in passing, but had never truly seen her until that moment. Her chestnut hair was pulled into a neat ponytail, and her hazel eyes sparkled with warmth. "Good afternoon, Mr. Thompson," she said in a melodic voice. "I hope I'm not disturbing you." "No, not at all," he replied, gesturing for her to enter. "And please call me Michael." As Christina went about her cleaning, Michael struck up a conversation. He discovered her love of books, her aspirations, and her stories about her young son, Evan. Her voice lit up when she spoke of him, his kindness, curiosity, and sharp mind. With every word, Michael grew more captivated by Christina's intelligence, warmth, and the quiet strength she carried. Then, like a bolt of lightning, an idea struck him. "Christina," he began hesitantly, his heart pounding, "I have a proposition for you. I know it's unusual, but I have a reunion coming up, and, well, I need someone to pretend to be my fiancé for the weekend. I'd compensate you generously, and Evan could come along too. It would just be for a few days." Christina's hazel eyes widened in surprise. I don't know what to say," she stammered. "It sounds, well, a bit dishonest." "I understand," Michael said, his tone earnest. "But think of it as an adventure for you and Evan, a chance to experience something new. I'd make sure you're both comfortable and cared for." Christina bit her lip, weighing the possibilities. A glamorous weekend and the chance to show Evan a world she'd only dreamed of? It was tempting, and deep down she admired Michael, the way he treated everyone with kindness and respect, no matter their position. After a long pause, she nodded. "Okay," she said softly, a small smile spreading across her face. "I'll do it. For Evan and for you." Michael's relief was palpable. "Thank you, Christina. You have no idea how much this means to me." To prepare for their charade, Christina and Evan moved into Michael's sprawling mansion for a trial run. The grandeur of the house left them speechless. Gleaming marble floors, towering chandeliers, and rooms that seemed to stretch endlessly. Evan's laughter echoed through the halls as he explored, his eyes wide with wonder. Over the days, Christina's presence transformed the sterile mansion into a warm, inviting home. The aroma of her home-cooked meals filled the air, from freshly baked bread to hearty stews. Plush pillows and vases of fresh flowers added life to the once cold space. But it was the quiet moments that affected Michael the most. The way Christina guided Evan through his homework with gentle encouragement, or how her soft humming while folding laundry brought a sense of peace to the house. Michael found himself drawn to her in ways he hadn't expected. He lingered in the kitchen to help with dishes just to be near her. read Evan bedtime stories, and stayed up late talking with Christina over tea. With every laugh and shared story, his affection for her deepened. Finally, the weekend arrived. Christina looked stunning in a flowing sundress, her hair cascading in soft waves. Michael stood proudly by her side, his hand resting naturally on the small of her back. They greeted Max, Alex, and their families with smiles that appeared as genuine as their connection felt. Throughout the weekend, Christina dazzled everyone with her warmth and poise. She asked thoughtful questions, laughed easily, and quickly charmed the group. During a dinner that she had lovingly prepared, Michael surprised his friends by actively engaging in the conversation, his joy and energy unmistakable. The evening reached its peak when Christina approached the grand piano in the living room. "I used to play," she admitted shyly, brushing her fingers over the keys. Encouraged by the group, she began to play, and a hauntingly beautiful melody filled the room. Everyone fell silent, mesmerized by her talent. Michael watched her, captivated. She swayed with the music, her face serene as if she were pouring her soul into each note. When the final chord faded, the room erupted in applause. Christina blushed under the praise, her eyes glistening with tears of happiness. Michael's heart swelled with pride and something more, a realization that she wasn't just playing a role anymore. She had become an irreplaceable part of his life. As the weekend came to a close and the guests said their goodbyes, Michael felt an ache he couldn't ignore. Back at the house, he found Christina packing her suitcase, her face shadowed with sadness. "Christina," he said softly, stepping closer, "I don't want you to go." Her hands paused and she turned to face him, her eyes searching his. "Michael, this was supposed to be temporary," she whispered, her voice trembling. "I don't want to get hurt by hoping for more." Michael crossed the room, taking her hands in his. "I know this started as a charade, but it's real for me now. I don't want to go back to my empty life. I want you and Evan to stay, not just as guests, but as my family. I'll love you both with everything I have." Tears spilled down Christina's cheeks. "I feel the same," she admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. "Being here with you feels like home." They embraced, their hearts beating in unison as they sealed their love with a tender kiss. In that moment, Michael knew he had finally found what he had been missing all along: a family, a home, and a love that filled every corner of his heart. As they unpacked Christina and Evan's bags, the house came alive with laughter and joy once more. What began as a deception had turned into the most beautiful truth, a melody of love that would echo in their lives forever.